people are changing, changing for the better will. To my people we are saying, there's got to be a...
Everybody's muted.
Good morning. Good morning, Facebook.
Good morning.
Happy Tuesday in Minnesota.
Good morning, Facebook.
Tuesday, Groundhog Day.
Happy Groundhog Day.
Is it?
February 2nd, 2021, folks.
I'm still with you. I was just having a hard time.
It's only what?
You with me?
You're with us, Daryl.
All right.
Hope everybody had a good morning so far out there.
Or as they say in the greatest movie ever, rise and shine, campers. It's cold outside.
Like that. I told you that.
Yeah, rise and shine, campers. It's cold outside.
It
They
is.
say our love won't pay the rent before it's gone. Our money's all been spent.
See, at least you're gonna watch the movie, right?
Oh, I am. Yeah, it's our family tradition. We're gonna watch it later.
Yep.
For sure. Ned, what was his name? Ned Ryerson.
I actually met Bill Murray, and he invited us over to the hotel and have drinks with him. But I refused. I didn't want to walk across the street to the hotel. It was too cold.
Too cold. Too inconvenient.
But we met him in St. Paul. He is a funny guy. It was
Yeah,
a good
he
time.
owns the Saints, so
He does. That's why we met him.
Yeah.
Because I know the owner of the Saints, and we have that annual connection or the yearly connection that we deal with.
He owns a lot of small baseball teams around the country.
He does.
I think he just really loves it, like going there and having fun.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Well, I highly recommend if you're ever in Pennsylvania, go to Punxsutawney. It's a cute little town.
Oh yeah, just like in the movie, huh?
It is. They've got statues all over town of Phil. It's really cool. They've got like a Scottish silver cap, and they've got Phil like a Santa. I mean, it's just cool.
Oh my gosh, that's great. So did anybody hear like what happened this morning? Did Phil come out and see his shadow or?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We got 6 months more.
Oh, yeah, winter's going to go forever.
I mean, I don't think it really matters in Minnesota because I think we always get 6 more weeks of winter, but I just wonder what that little groundhog is going to say about it.
Well, you know, it depends if it's sunny or cloudy out.
See, that's the thing. I don't care if it's cold. If it's sunny, I feel better. Like, for some reason, the sunshine makes me feel better than if it's all gray and black. Because those days where it gets really warm and then it gets cloudy as heck? I don't know.
Well, and my family is wondering, is that the local one that we're supposed to worry about or the national one?
Oh, yeah. That's because there's a Minnesota groundhog, isn't
Was
there?
that the national one or the local one?
So the one that you see on TV, which one is that?
That's the national one. It's from
You know, were you
Pennsylvania.
watching the national?
Oh, he's in Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. Punxsutawney Phil.
Okay.
He's like the official one for the whole country. Which is dumb because, like, in Arizona,
Well, yeah,
their winter going to be affected.
they don't have winter.
Because the groundhog knows, man. He always knows.
He knows. Phil knows, man. This is his one job.
Phil knows.
And to your answer your question, yes, they do have a winter in Arizona. It's just you have to go search for it. But yes, they do have snow out there sometimes.
Oh, Flagstaff, yeah. If you go up on the mountain in Flagstaff, you'll get snow.
Yeah.
All of Arizona is not the same. It's kind of
Right.
funny to find that out.
I love Arizona. Arizona's great.
They're not politically that great, but maybe they'll get better.
Right. And they're not good. And they're not good for disabled people that need services either. But they are good. But they are good if you want to go visit. And they have a lot of seniors. And seniors like to spend money. So
Yeah, that's true.
Rose, is that the giraffe or the unicorn?
It's the giraffe.
That's what I thought. That's one of my
Yeah.
favorites.
Yeah, I thought this one. I'm like, you know what? I haven't worn the giraffe in a while. Today's the day.
Nice.
So,
To them
and I'm still waiting. I have 3 more coming, but they're taking a long time. It's making me
I
sad.
am compelled to find a groundhog.
Oh yeah.
And now a narwhal.
You've got to find a
Oh yeah, I definitely need a narwhal.
I don't know if you need to talk to my crafty silly friends. I need a narwhal. Because I'm going to a narwhal.
The narwhal cute.
Keep your eyes open.
Here's a narwhal fact that you guys probably already know, but I didn't know, is that horn is actually a tooth that grows through their skull.
Yep.
Gnarly.
Right?
Yeah, that is cool.
Like, it's the greatest
Narwhals
thing.
are so cool.
Narwhals and
Nice.
platypus are my favorite because they're just wrong. Like they shouldn't work, but they do.
What they do.
Like platypus is trippy as fuck.
Okay, let's talk about bumblebees for a minute. Okay, that
Yeah,
is literally defies the laws of physics.
They should not be able to fly. There's no reason whatsoever that they should be able to fly. Everything about them works against it. It's against flying. Like,
They literally defy the laws of physics.
Yep.
Really?
And we'll pull the
And
chat up.
without them, we die off as a human
People
species.
Yeah, we'd have no
Yep.
food to eat.
Chat.
Yep.
Yeah, because they're little
Everybody,
wings.
let your clover grow. Let your clover grow this summer. Feed the bees.
Their wings are so small and their little fat bodies can't actually, like if you look at them, scientists are like, there's no way that these should be able to fly. And they do. So it's like, it's pretty amazing.
I got milkweed and flowers and all that stuff for that. I have a big yard, so
Yeah.
yep, I got a big garden out there for them.
Well, and then people always want to get rid of their dandelions, but dandelions are a good first food for bees. Those out there, it's really good bees. I don't want to get rid of any of the weeds and stuff that I got around that the bees could eat. I know.
Lori, that looks like a bunkhouse.
Yep.
Yep. It's like a cabin.
It looks like it looks like an old school bunkhouse.
Yeah, pretty nice looking, ain't it?
Yeah, that's a nice setup y'all got.
Righteous, little brother, righteous.
He's in the shack. He's in the fishing shack.
we're on Fish Killer Lane.
And that's a portable house, huh?
Yeah, it's a portable house for sure.
It's huge. That's huge.
We can bring it wherever we want.
It's for $100.
Yeah, for $100, anywhere we want around the lake. Well, for a reasonable distance.
Right,
This is a big fucking lake.
right? Hey, Corey, good morning. Good to see you.
What? What are you supposed to be doing? What are you supposed to do? Okay!
I have a grandson just like that because his mom does that.
Yeah.
It is so good to know that I know.
Right there, Rose. Right there.
She
Right
must
there,
have
Rose.
headphones in her ears or something. Or she's doing it on purpose. One of the two.
And I'm home with you.
I say on purpose. I'm going with on purpose.
Yeah, my grandson's like screaming. Don't do that. Tell me he's sorry too. Backs off.
Of course.
Of course. That'd be nice to grandma. You don't get to come here.
Ma!
Why? Grandmas, grandmas can only deal with it for a short time. So of course they gotta be nice when they're there. Otherwise,
I'd kick his butt and all that, but with my seizure issue, I can't handle him.
right? That wouldn't
I
work.
don't want him to watch all that.
Right.
So, yeah.
So, how old is he?
4.
4.
And he's a genius.
Oh,
You know,
he's a
they're
genius.
smart.
That's what kids do. You,
Oh, he sucks
they
everything.
pick everything up. Yeah.
He's one of the smartest kids I've ever met.
Kids are sponges. They soak it up.
Yep. Mental sponges. They look up everything.
Yeah.
Wow.
Our language now.
I would have known that when I was a kid, and I would have sucked up some other things too, and probably not sucked up some things I shouldn't have sucked up.
His mom wants to homeschool him, and it's like her choice. What the hell are you doing?
Homeschooling.
Bananas.
Breakfast there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Jean made me breakfast. It's French toast with cream and bananas on top.
Oh,
Wow.
Camera to show.
Nice. That was pretty nice.
Looks pretty darn good. Yes, it does.
Yep. There's good parts about having an adult child back at the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know my daughter would do that too.
She goes through our stash, but then she makes it.
Figures out what to make. So is
I
any
feel
of our
self-conscious, like we're
coming
gonna.
back to us? Are they all gonna stay away? I don't know what the
So once again, there is a little bit of news on the federal side of things. Ron Wyden of Oregon introduced a plan for federal marijuana legalization, hopefully for this session. A little news clip I can share. Let me see if I can do this, people.
let's go for it. Let's try it.
We believe in you, Ed.
It's Tuesday.
I'll mute.
If I just change but I know especially in Oregon where we're a marijuana legal state, do you see any movement and will you have any role in a now plan to legalize cannabis?
Yeah, the finance committee, obviously, because taxes are such an important part of it, we really are the lead committee. So my agenda is end the prohibition and come up with sensible tax and regulatory oversight at the federal level. This is a framework that I've championed, and I'll be championing as chairman. You do that, you take care of the banking question, you take care of the tax question, you take care of the research issue, and this whole array of issues that have been gridlocked because the federal government on cannabis has been tethered to yesteryear. That has been the central problem. And it's not enough, in my view, to just end cannabis prohibition. I think we need to restore the lives of people who've been hurt most by the failed war on drugs, and especially Black Americans. So I think there ought to be expungement of marijuana convictions, reinvest in community, job training, re-entry services, community centers, access to capital, and I'm strategizing now on the next steps. We need comprehensive reform, and you need legislation to do it.
Do you anticipate, I mean, given how much progress has been made at the state level while the federal government is kind of sat idle, do you anticipate that there's much resistance to moving legislation at the federal level?
certainly the fact that millions of Americans have voted for at least some of what I just described to you means that we're in a position to move at the federal level. I do think that this kind of crazy quilt, particularly as it relates to regulation and the financial aspects, particularly nationwide considerations, you really need some kind of bedrock federal rules on one, ending prohibition, two, sensible tax policies, and three, sensible regulatory oversight.
So let's circle back and talk about authority.
Well, that's that. A couple of minutes of his interview there. I'm talking about cannabis at the federal level. Again, that's Senator Ron Wyden from Oregon. And he recently joined with other Democratic leaders to lay out a process for shaping a federal marijuana legalization bill. So not only at the state level, folks, the bill was introduced yesterday, HF 600, Minnesota, House File number 600. We're moving in the state. There's also action again at the federal level. So what do y'all think about that? And remember, you're all muted again.
Just trying to make it fun, Alan, okay? Why does it have to be like that?
I'm excited and I hope it actually goes
They're
through.
starting to listen. We've been saying the same shit for years. It's about time they're starting to listen. That's my take.
I know. Hey, Mandy.
Hola. Yeah.
And that article posted by Marijuana, the Marijuana Moment, in our Wake and Bake news feed there. So you guys can all go read that for yourselves. And also the link to HF 600. Please, people, you know, if you're really interested in legalizing marijuana in Minnesota, you should get out there, go through the bill. I know it's 236 pages, some odd number like that. It's a lot, but it's very comprehensive. And if you want it to go through in Minnesota and you want it to be more like to your liking, please read through it. Make recommendations to your people that are, you know, your representatives in the state legislature. We need to get marijuana legalized in Minnesota, folks.
Yeah, and it seems like it's within our grasp at this point. And
Yeah, man. Go
the
ahead.
fact that it's talking about federal.
Yeah, definitely, and I think the fact that we're on a dual track state and federal, I think that's a awesome opportunity to bug both our state reps and our federal reps as well. I mean, it just puts that double pressure, that double whammy.
Yeah, coming from both sides. And you know, it's funny because something might, you know, it's kind of weird because like something might not line up if you get like the state does one rule and then the federal decides to do
right.
But you know, we can always modify it based on what actually happens for one or the other. It's just that, you know, you want to get it started in some way.
That's why state laws need to be put in place before federal prohibition ends, because they're grandfathered to withhold their own laws that are set in place. And they also have the right to modify those laws without the government's approval.
Yes.
And that's how politics works, kids.
Yeah, the problem with that though, when they do modify that, they often lose that because it's tied to financial constraints like highway dollars, things like that. So that is the unfortunate things. That's why laws don't get changed back, or laws don't get modified that much, because it's always tied to a federal financial loophole that we don't know about.
Yep, they try to slip it in there so that we don't notice what they're doing, but we do, because we the people have our eyes open.
And look at Mandy there. She's got a sun going on. She's waiting for the bake break.
I'm waiting for the bike break.
Well, take a bake break.
But we're having such a
Well,
good
then have a
discussion.
bake break, everybody. Here we go.
Big break.
All big break.
Celebration that we are making progress.
Yes.
We are making
We're
progress.
doing it, guys.
Little bamboo.
Ginger, first thought, what is that?
Oh my God, Reggie, shut up.
I know it.
I'm not sure I wasn't.
Limes.
Oh, it's down the
That one
road.
called
I only see the back of it. I couldn't see what it said. So
Little bamboo.
I like that
Becky's
bamboo.
very
It's so cute.
It's the one that came in the canna box. January
Yeah.
canna box.
Your canna box that you were unpacking.
Yep. Y'all saw it.
Yeah. Ah.
And their
Now we
shirts
get to
are
see it in
like
action.
the most comfortable shirts ever.
It's a double D.
Well.
that's Corin right there. He's an official.
I don't know what
Aaron's
to
out
say
with him.
about that.
Either.
You have to let that one go.
I'm just gonna have to.
But it sounds good. I like some donuts, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, have you guys ever had duck donuts? I just had duck donuts for the first time on the weekend.
Wait, did you say what I think you said? Duck donut?
Duck?
It's a
Duck
donut
donut.
made from a duck? So it's a meat
No.
Okay. I'm like,
No, it's just a brand name.
Wait, what in the ever-loving hell are you talking about?
okay, explain these duck donuts.
They're amazing.
A name. It's not made of ducks. They're like just really good donuts, and you can choose like your toppings and everything when you order them. And they delivered us to we ordered them on Friday night and told them to deliver on Saturday morning. And Saturday morning they rang the doorbell and gave us our 2 boxes of frickin' donuts. So yeah, it was amazing. I loved it. So yeah, no ducks are included. They're just called duck donuts or whatever.
Minnesota House of
Hold on,
Democrats
hold on.
to legalize recreational marijuana and expunge most minor cannabis
That's because it's
convictions.
the Minnesota
Democratic.
based. But yeah, you can find them on Groupon as well. And
Lakeland
if you
News is
go in
member-supported
store,
content.
I don't know
Please consider
about
supporting
it
Lakeland
now.
News today.
With COVID, if they're more open than they were when we went. But normally,
Lakeland.
when you go and order, they make your donuts fresh.
Proposal
So
is
you can
likely to
order
get
a
very
dozen,
far in the GOP-controlled
watch
Minnesota
them,
Senate, where
like,
Majority
drop
Leader
the
Paul
dough,
Gazelka.
fry it
Yeah,
up,
I've heard of Lakeland.
put your toppings on that you pick. Like, the combinations are endless and they're so fucking good.
Hey, that's like makes my mouth water thinking about the
Doesn't
smell
say
of
I'm
just
hungry
Those sound pretty good.
And
It's really good. And the only donuts, I thought maybe I was a little disappointed when I heard they only had cake donuts because I wanted to do the raised kind. But man, this cake donuts were just soft and so delicious, moist. And then all the different flavors that you can put on top. They have you make it your own, but oh man, so good. But you can start with a chocolate cake base or a vanilla cake base, and then go from there, building your whatever you want. So yeah, I just love that we ordered it on Friday night, and on Saturday morning, ding dong, they just came and brought the donuts. And they were 20 minutes late, and the delivery guy's like, "I'm so sorry, I'm late. I was in line, and I'm so sorry." And we're like, "Oh no, I mean, 9:20 is the same as 9 a.m. as far as we're concerned." So
I'm trying to smoke it as best I can. You're not here to help.
Gave the dude a good tip.
You're just glad that they showed up and they weren't messy and they weren't all messed up.
Right.
And they weren't actually duck.
And they weren't actually duck donuts.
Salt equalization, clean and disinfect high-touch surfaces. For more information,
No ducks were harmed in the
please
making of a delicious
Tuesday,
donut.
9 a.m., Wednesday,
Viewers, no ducks were harmed.
and Brianna for
I have
search
eaten duck before, but don't freak out.
In 2 pivotal races for control of the
But I
Minnesota
was like,
Senate, candidates
a duck
running
donut? Is it a
Aiden
shake
Tatlow on the campaign trail,
I
yet
mean,
he pulled
it
more than
could work,
3,000 votes on
technically,
Tuesday.
you know, 'cause
Meanwhile,
we put
TFL
bacon on
challenger
donuts.
Eric Putnam was
I mean,
leading
yeah,
the
no,
Republican
Okay,
Senator
bacon does not
Jerry
go on
Ralph
donuts. That is
by just a
not
few
okay.
hundred.
No, it goes on donuts. Yes, it does.
Oh,
It's
no,
really good
no,
when you got
no.
bacon sprinkles on top of this one donut. I can't remember, but it's mwah,
Oh,
delicious.
no, no.
On top of maple, man, yes, see, Ginger, you're missing out.
Yeah, like a maple bacon donut. I'm
Yes.
not New York, so I
High
can't
tea,
get
maple bacon donuts.
Yep.
Bacon donuts. So good.
it's like the pineapple and pizza.
Now,
thing
my
again.
hobby has feed my family.
Never
No, it's not.
Pineapple does not belong on pizza.
Ever.
End of discussion. No chocolate. No. No.
I have a ham with pineapple pizza in my kitchen.
I don't like pineapple on pizza either, but it still goes together. I mean, there are many people. They love
Fruit
it.
does not
Once again,
belong
they're
on
talking
pizza
about
unless it's
recreational
called
marijuana
a
at the
fruit
Capitol.
pizza. Thank you.
Excuse me. Whoa, hold up. Hold
Michael
up.
Ford
Hold
heads
up.
Minnesota NORML, which
Then
supports
it
full
has no
legalization of
business
pot
having
for
sauce
economic
because
reasons as an
technically
alternative to
tomato is a
opioids
fruit.
and because of racial disparities in marijuana.
Oh,
Nothing.
ACLU
By
says these
your
arrests are
theory, it shouldn't have
5.4
sauce
times more
because
common
tomato
for black
is a
people than
fruit.
white people in Minnesota.
We're
There's
talking
like
about
But the
fruits
bill
that
has no chance of
identify as
passing
fruit,
people in
not
Pineapple,
vegetables that
apple.
identify as
changes to
vegetables.
but the bill has no chance of passing the state.
Just because it has an identity crisis doesn't make it not
Again,
fruit.
just 10
Hey,
days.
Right.
it wants to flip to the other side. There's nothing wrong with that. So, all right, tomato is a vegetable.
In Arizona,
I didn't realize
recreational
that.
I'm
marijuana
not hating
sales
on
began
tomatoes.
just 10
Though
days
I
ago.
got
It's a
mad love for
nationwide
tomatoes, but
movement
it's
that's
still
kind of
fruit.
building this momentum up.
No,
In states like
no,
Arizona and South
it crossed
Dakota,
over.
voters approved ballot measures
It's
last
like a
November to
bee,
legalize pot,
Ginger.
but in
It's
Minnesota,
not.
measures can
It
only
just
go on the ballot
identifies of fruits and vegetables. It's a vegetable.
So wait a minute.
Don't tell my grandpa that because he was a farmer and he'll argue that till you just have to concede because it is a damn fruit.
If tomatoes
This
a
morning
fruit,
we're live
does that mean
tracking
salsa
your reaction.
is like
It's
a fruit salad? Salsa is a fruit salad.
Okay,
Something
we
that
need to
always
start
comes up
on the creative.
There's a
Tomato
lot of
fruit
sides to
and
this issue, so tell us where you fall by texting
Man,
us
I
at
started.
763
What do you classify it? Now what the dictionary says, what do you personally classify tomato?
It's something that
Personally,
always comes up.
vegetable.
And isn't it interesting that we've seen
I
other states, they do
tomato
raise
as
a
a
lot of
tomato,
taxes
'cause
that
that's
go
what the
towards
fuck
education and
is
other, fixing roads.
my
So
ball. It's its own
we've
shit.
all spent scientific classification because it
Tomato, tomato, whatever.
Tomato.
There we go.
It's a nightshade.
At least we had somebody weigh in on it.
Okay, all right, here's another one for you. Level, since there's a lot of studies that say it can help.
Oh, yeah. I heard about that.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
This morning we're live tracking your reaction
I know
to
about
no
peanut
ketchup,
butter
no
and
mustard, just cheese, bacon, and peanut butter.
Try
Daryl,
peanut
go
butter
find
and
a corner.
spam.
Go find a corner right now, Daryl.
Go put yourself in a timeout.
Spam is the best,
This morning we're live
man.
tracking your reaction to a renewed call by lawmakers.
Peanut butter and spam.
Try it.
Yep. See?
No, you have to fry spam up and cook it with white rice
Okay,
and
yep.
teriyaki sauce.
Daryl, you're in my right corner. You're in a timeout, bro. You cannot. No, I'm gonna.
This morning we're live tracking your reaction to a renewed call by lawmakers to say
You're blaming Daryl for it. It was Ginger.
Now there's a lot of sides to this issue, so tell us where you fall by texting us 763-797.
I
didn't say spam. No, he got your comments here coming up in just a few minutes. It's something that always comes up. Some of your comments 797. So tell us where you fall and other illnesses. Now there's a lot of sides to this issue, so tell us where you fall by texting us 763-797. This morning we're live.
You have never had a toasted peanut butter and jelly sandwich, you have seriously not lived right.
You find yourself like dipping your peanut butter, your burger in your melted peanut butter like it's sauce, man. It is so amazing.
Yeah.
French toast, peanut butter, and jelly sandwich.
Yes, French toast peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I was just gonna say that.
With a little bit of
Butter
spam.
and Nutella.
No
With some-
spam.
with
Leave the
some
spam out of it.
Where are we go? No.
Spam is only for
It's a
the
Minnesota.
food.
Not allowed in Norris Spam Food Group.
It's a Minnesota product. It's probably even a fruit.
They
Well,
eat more spam in Hawaii than
Hawaii.
anywhere else. It's a Hawaiian thing.
Hawaii. They can have it. They can keep it. They can stay down there.
It's true. Hawaii loves spam. I've heard
Yep.
that.
They consume more spam than anybody in the country, probably.
Yeah, where's Greg? He could tell us all about that.
Yeah. He was here earlier, but then he dipped out.
Yeah, I seen him and
Spam,
You
spam,
must-
spam,
Funny, I was
spam,
watching a
spam,
show.
spam, spam.
Oh. I was
The
watching
side
a show
up,
where
a little teriyaki and Pokemon. It's good.
they had people from all over the world, and they gave them food that had the labels taken off, like a bunch of canned food with all the labels taken off. And people just trying to decide what they wanted to eat. Like, and this one lady from, I think she was from Australia or something, but she pulled up a can of spam, and she goes, "I've never seen a can shaped like this." And she opened it up, and she goes, "Oh, it's meat. Oh, it's delicious." And she's trying to give it to everybody else that's like American, and they're all like, "That's spam, gross. It's so down." And she's just like eating it with a forkful right out of the can, like, "This is good." And like, gross. But I don't know. I'm allergic to pork and I'm allergic to pineapple, so here I go starting fights that I've got no part of.
ate tons of spam when I was younger.
Oh, spam has been in my mouth once, and it didn't make it down, and I'll never put it back in there.
Well, maybe your taste buds were off that day or something.
Yeah, no, that's okay. That's okay. They can
I
stay
mean,
off.
it is true, fact for the day, that
Yes,
every
it is.
7 years, your taste buds change.
There we go. I like it, man. It keep us on.
I will have to make you. I will have to make you a little Hawaiian spam roll, dude. You would love it. Get sea kelp wrapped around
You
it,
don't
and
waste.
then you make
Why would you waste? Why would you waste food like that?
because you would like it.
No, you don't wait. That's just a waste of food.
Take it for yourself and take a picture for Rose and then eat it.
Yep.
The only thing that
Your
doesn't
enjoyment.
taste good is the damn sea kelp wrap, because that shit tastes like cardboard.
Let's not get into seaweed here, because I like seaweed.
But the certain kelp wrap that you use to make these little rolls, that stuff particularly tastes like freaking cardboard.
Oh yeah, it doesn't have flavor.
But you have to use that particular kind for these rolls,
Together.
Well, we started cheating. We used bacon.
Hey, that's a low carb solution right there. I've been allergic to pork since I had my second kid 2 years ago.
Did the groundhog see his shadow or witness that?
Yeah, he did, Mandy.
Yes, he did.
6 more weeks.
Excuse me while I go swear profusely. You're having winter no matter what.
How?
Allie's stealing your food there, Carol?
Hey. Oh, you smart dog.
Oh my God. What is this?
You got the
So kind of a douche this year.
Well, we have a little lull here. Let me go ahead and play a clip from this morning's Care 11. They actually are talking about the Minnesota legalization effort, and they actually have a poll. So let me go ahead and grab this.
Oh yeah, definitely. That sounds cool.
Let me see if I can share my screen once again. Hey.
Is that the one with Michael? I saw he was congratulated for being on TV.
You know, I'm live here, Ika.
This morning, we're live tracking your reaction to a renewed call by lawmakers to legalize recreational marijuana in Minnesota. A group of DFL legislators revived their adult use cannabis bill, says it has bipartisan support and was crafted with feedback from dozens of public listening sessions. Now, the bill would set up regulations for using marijuana in Minnesota and create an automatic expungement process for past. Tracking your reaction to a renewed call by lawmakers to legalize recreational marijuana in Minnesota. A group of DFL legislators revived their adult use cannabis bill, House Majority Leader Ryan Winkler says it has bipartisan support and was crafted with feedback from dozens of public listening sessions. Now, the bill would set up regulations for using marijuana in Minnesota and create an automatic expungement process for past misdemeanor possession convictions. A review board would review felony marijuana cases. Recreational pot becomes legal in South Dakota come July after voters there passed a referendum last year. And lawmakers argue it's better for Minnesota to get ahead of this trend.
People are willing to drive to Wisconsin in order to buy fireworks. They're sure as heck going to drive to South Dakota to get cannabis. If we are not doing a thoughtful job putting this bill together, creating this policy, we're going to end up with more problems with cannabis than we have right now.
Now, top GOP Senator Paul Gazelka said he thinks it's too early for legal pot, though he is open to expanding Minnesota's medical cannabis program. And hundreds of you are talking about the pros and cons of legalizing marijuana right now on our Facebook page, like Rob, who said if Minnesota doesn't legalize it, South Dakota is going to get a lot of money from people crossing state lines. He says, might as well keep that money here. But Eric thinks it's not what we need right now. He says Minnesota is worse when it comes to taxes. And Kendrick, he tells us marijuana should be legalized on a national level since there's a lot of studies that say it can help treat pain, anxiety, and other illnesses. Now, there's a lot of sides to this issue, so tell us where you fall by texting us 763-797-7215. We'll get to some of your comments here coming up in just a few minutes. This is something that always comes up, and it is an interesting debate. We've seen in other states, you know, they do raise a lot of taxes.
So it only seems a matter of time that the whole country will be going that way. Just how long is anyone's guess. All right, thanks, Alicia.
Well, there we are, folks. You're all muted.
It's time.
It's time for legalization. Yes, it is, folks.
Oh, for sure.
It's past time. What do we want? Weed. When do we want it? Now.
Yesterday,
right now.
the day before,
Long fucking time
now,
Tomorrow.
day after day.
Ed, can you post the link to that? I want to listen to that again. I caught something in there I'm curious about.
Okay.
What was it?
He's the host.
Oh.
Ed's the host. Co-host. Co-host. Dad, are you
Look at this kid reading.
co-host?
No, I'm not the co-host. I'm not any host.
Yeah, you're not
Amy's a host. A bunch of the other people.
Hi,
host.
I know.
Say hi to all of them.
Watch this.
Oh, do one back to her. Do one back to her.
Yeah.
Nice.
Goof. That's good. You're funny.
She takes after her mostly in that area. They said you're funny. Actually, you take up your dad in that area. Your mom's too serious. It's not. That mic sound stuff, that's why I'm not using
Hey, Dad.
Hey, what?
Watch this.
Say hi to Ed, he's watching you too, you can't.
Hi.
Hi. Aren't you getting big? You're almost as tall as Dad.
Yeah, she'll be able to pick me up and body slam me pretty soon, you know.
She'll be able to get that stuff on the top cupboards, Daryl.
Did catch what I thought I heard him say.
What was it?
The wording as far as the expungement,
Yeah.
is for misdemeanor charges.
Oh,
There's no
so
talk about any felony. It was only misdemeanor.
right, which just BS, because if you're not going to expunge the big ones, give a shit about the little ones, right? The little ones drop off eventually. It's the big ones that
Yeah, that was
I'm
detail that
curious
I
about the wording of that bill. Reread the wording of that bill to see if I can catch what they had said, because it shouldn't be misdemeanor expungement across the board. In fact, it shouldn't even be an expungement. There's a whole list they have because expungement does not remove it; it just blankets it. Actually,
right. It just makes it so that your average person can't see it. It doesn't mean law enforcement can't see it or somebody else can't see it with the
some law
directive.
enforcement agencies can't, some can't with expungement. That's the thing.
Right, right.
But they need to do a whole complete process. But yeah, not having felonies in it, that's just ridiculous. They weren't in structure with a violent crime. There should be no reason they don't expunge the people.
Right. It's no, it's not. It's getting big ones first. I mean, they got at the table that's more important than just expunging the little tiny shit.
Yeah, that's what the problem is with all the different bills, is that they all have these little imperfections, things that they did wrong that aren't going far enough.
Well, I caught the piece yesterday when the one rep, she said something about protections for landlords against against smokers, and it's like that you're not including vaping. People that use medical marijuana and vaping, they're excluded from that, but some landlords don't know that.
Yeah, like I caught that too, was saying that the landlords are still going to have the ability to tell you can't use it on their property, even if it's something that's not illegal. They're still going to say you can't use it on their property, which is kind of discrimination because people
That's why they need to. That's why they need to push for the equal. That's why it needs to get pushed through committees to get equal rights as alcohol. Because if you tell me that I can't use alcohol in my own premise that I'm renting from you, cannabis should not be any different. They should be on the same platform.
Yeah, agreed. Because, other than like a specific sober living house, they can't tell you can't use alcohol in your own unit that you pay for. So.
Right.
So
they could, and if you signed it, you would, you could.
Right. I mean, when you sign in your lease, that's what you're agreeing to. So.
Right.
So basically, they're stating that if I'm in the middle of a seizure and I need to take my medicine, I gotta somehow get my seizure off the property to take my medication.
You don't need it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to do that.
It would be as if you were doing an illegal drug.
That's where you get into the difference. That's where you get into the wording of the different parts of the laws when it does become legal and for medical purposes. There's going to be different wording for each of the laws. And the terminology is so freaking important. People really need to understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how they mess people up and get people to sway a different way, is the terminology, the technical terms that we use. If we can write it and we can delete something and rewrite something a certain way and people don't understand it, then maybe that will go through to its next committee and so forth. And these people are no different. These people have been playing that game for years since they got elected. That's the only way they can get bills passed. So, I mean, that's the important part. This bill that you have.
If you ever read the Chapter 14 bill for the medical program, the terminology or the wording, it's absolutely hilarious when you look back and you're like, I can't believe they let this pass through.
I helped create that bill. I mean, and it took me 25 years to do that. So
but some of the wording in it is.
But it was it had to be
options we had.
Right. It had to be done that way.
And I know there was a lot of time and a lot of effort put into it, which a lot of us who are on the program and we're at all of those hearings, and we applaud those efforts because we didn't get into the game until that,
Right. Well, but some of us had to a long time ago. I mean, I got into the game simply because I had to protect my housing. I had to protect my my own living situation, and so speaking out against it and being very public at the time was scary in itself, but it was a necessary thing. And now now you don't have to be, it's not such a big thing. I don't have to speak about it unless I want to. I don't know, but certainly I still do. But
It's hard not to, huh, Daryl? You're passionate
Right.
about this.
Oh yeah. I mean, I eat and breathe this probably 24/7. And disability issues because I live it, you know.
Absolutely. So, Amy, I don't know if you are there or not. You're Stacy Lynn says that Amy, you didn't say you sung. I would have watched forever ago, she says.
Wait, what did Stacy say? I missed it.
Stacy Lynn says, Amy, you didn't say you sung. I would have watched forever ago.
Yeah, I'm known to break into song occasionally.
So is Corey. He does a little rapping here and there.
We're known to do a thing or two, a time or two, you know.
He's got that Dylan rap down great, don't you, Corey?
Chilling like a villain, like Bob Dylan on penicillin with the motherfucking heavy feeling or something like that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I missed that one. That. We gotta get that one recorded and just put that one on a loop.
That was good. That was good. Yeah, there's an old movie. I don't know if y'all have heard of it. It's called CB4. It has Chris Rock in it.
Oh my god!
Did I just bring you back to the past, Rose?
Oh,
so there's this
so horrible.
My friends. Okay, I might offend everybody here, but my friends love it when I do this one part from that movie. So get ready. Here we go.
Let's see.
I'm black, y'all. I'm black, y'all. I'm blickety black and I'm black, y'all. I'm blickety black, black, blickety black and I'm black, y'all. That one guy when he went out on his own and he started that song.
Yeah.
And he was so serious when he was doing that. Like he was all like, "Yeah, this is my music, and it's the meaningful music, right?"
That's one of the movies I can only watch like once every 10 years. Like, yep, that's my film. I'm good.
I have to say, me and my roommates, we stole that from Blockbuster back in the day.
Nice.
And still haven't returned it, right?
Oh, we still have not returned it. We got that VHS, the CB4. We still got that thing with the Blockbuster sticker on the front. Not even shy. Yeah, the 90s.
Good afternoon, Alex. Good afternoon, Corey.
Must be lunch break.
Yes, it is. Hot pocket time. No, it's Lunchable time. Lunchables today. What's on the menu, Alex? Lunchables or Hot Pocket? Hot Pocket.
Yeah,
I like the commercial for Hot Pockets that says, "You got no time for girl. You need a Hot Pocket." They're all like making love on the couch. Next thing you know, they're eating Hot Pockets. So yeah,
that's great. It was on Getting Doug with Hyde, the podcast. He said they say pot topics, so they're like pot topics, just like the hot pocket thing. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool podcast too. If you heard of it, Doug Benson. It's like
yeah. Used to do the marijuana logs.
I did a show with Doug Benson called Super High Me.
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
that movie.
Yeah, it's a movie.
Yeah, and he did the marijuana logs. We tabled for the shows actually in Minneapolis.
Yeah, when he came back and did that, the second round of shows, I was with him both rounds. It was a good time.
You're in the movie, Daryl.
Yeah.
And your mom, I think, wasn't she?
Yeah, my mom and my brother. Yeah, and my carrots in it. Yeah, we're all partying in the back. Having a good time.
Awesome.
I know I got a copy of it here someplace. We should go
What
ahead.
What movie was that?
Super High Me. Like Super Size Me, but Super High Me.
Yeah.
Like what happens when you get stoned constantly every day?
I spent the better part of 8 hours with him. That day it was a good time. We started at the Capitol talking.
That's awesome, girl.
We started talking to a state senator that's never smoked or drank a drop in his life, Senator John Marty, and we sat down and talked to him. right after I took my meds, and then we went back behind the Capitol and smoked some more, and then we met him in at the Acme Comedy Club, where he shot part of the film, and that's when my keratin had jumped on stage, and they were talking about prices of weed and sacks of weed, and he didn't know that it was just a joke. He was giving like real prices and stuff. And they're like, no, man, this is just for the film, man. Lighten up, you know. And they're like, oh, okay. It was funny.
That's awesome. Yeah, I gotta watch that movie again too.
It was a good time ending. And then a couple years later, I met Nikki shortly after that. So when we first were dating, we'd be in Minneapolis at time, and people would see us late at night. This happened, real true story. This car just pulled up in the middle of the night. I was going to the bus stop. It was a sports car, and he just throws a sack of weed out on the ground to us. It says, "Hey, I seen you in that movie. Here you go." And I'm like, all right. I'm like, cool, dude. Thank you. So we picked it up and away we went. Like, okay.
So wait, you're in the movie Super Jaime, Daryl?
I'm in the movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I have to watch it again.
We convinced Doug to come to Minnesota and shoot the movie. So yeah,
that's fucking awesome. Yeah, I'll have to watch it again. I know I watched it a few years ago, but probably before I knew you.
Yeah. What movie was that? Super Jaime. He started from the Acme Comedy Club years ago before he got big.
We did Last Comic Standing.
Oh, Last Comic Standing is what pushed him.
Yeah, Last Comic Standing. Yep.
That's what got him his national already.
Well, and he's got his other podcast, Doug Loves Movies.
Yeah, he's big now, but I mean, I'm saying
Yeah, Doug Loves Movies is cool too. I like to listen to that one because it's like trivia about movies, and I'm watching a lot of movies.
Hey.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I love that. That guy's hilarious. I got more movies to watch. I'll be watching Groundhog's Day and Super Jaime later.
Yeah, that's like a double feature. That sounds good.
Right. Plus, I also have to watch The Bachelor was on last night.
Both of them. Oh, The Bachelor? Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
I told Nikki to be quiet when I was hearing the clip on that. And she's like, what do you mean? It's just The Bachelor. You don't care about that. I'm like, it's the news. I'm listening to the news.
Here, I'll play the trailer.
See, The Bachelor's like a car wreck. You can't stop looking. You gotta watch. I don't know. I get into all those really bad reality shows for some reason. I just like watching them. Oh, the trailer for Super Jaime. Hell yeah.
Yeah, let me go ahead and play this.
I'm not in the trailer, though. I wish I was, but they should have made a part 2 of it.
From the super sticky green to the headache mix brown, I smoke every strain there is around. I know that I like it. I know that
there's no sound though.
Like it. So let's see what happens if you. I smoke lots of weed, man. I plant that big old seed, man. I smoke every strain there is in town. From the super sticky green to the headache mix brown, I smoke every strain there is around. I know that I like it. I know that lots of people like it. So let's see what happens if you overdo it.
And just make sure we give credit to Doug and let him know that we
So
played.
you're talking over and speaking, Daryl.
I smoke up the weed, man, plant that big old seed, man. I smoked every strain there is in town. From the super sticky green to the headache mix brown, I smoked every strain there is around.
The term medical marijuana, you basically you drank the Kool-Aid because there is no such thing as medical marijuana.
I did say I smoked pot on Conan, so that's probably not the smartest thing.
I tell you, I remember all the names. Got Puff, Kush, Bubblegum, Blueberry, Sardines, Alaskan Thunderfuck, AK-47 and the OG Kush. They got the purple and the upper granddaddy mothership and the orange crush. G13 and little balls of hash.
I'm gonna smoke pot every day.
Every day.
And try to remember to film it. And my movie's gonna be called Super High Me or Business as Usual. I haven't decided yet on the title. I'm gonna be hospitalized, I think.
Some people call it dope, some think it smells like burning rope. I tell you, it believes in my mind.
There's never been a test which compares psychic ability before and after the influence of marijuana. It's groundbreaking,
Yeah, Kush, Bubblegum, Blueberry, Sardines, Alaskan Thunderfuck, AK-47 and the OG Kush. They got the purple and the upper granddaddy mothership and the orange crush. G13 and little.
But how awesome would it be if they fucking killed me? Fucking Grizzly Man style.
Favorite strain there is in town. From the super sticky green to the headache mixed brown. Oh, I smoked everything there is around.
You're saying the truth. No virtue without temptation.
Yeah, I smoked every strain there is around.
There you have it.
That's awesome.
2010. 11 years ago, Daryl.
Yeah, I was just a baby then. No, it was a good. It was a good time. We tried to convince him to come do part 2, but because there's a lot. They have enough footage for that.
Good grammar and spelling are important, but if you want to write essays that inspire, messages that forge brighter
Just in
connections,
Minnesota.
and emails that get the job
Just
done,
in Minnesota,
you need to think about more than just grammar and spelling.
30 hours.
This sentence is grammatically correct, but it's wordy and hard to read. It undermines the writer's message, and the word choice is bland.
14, 15 hours.
Grammarly's.
So that was fun. That was fun.
Well, yeah. I mean, you got to share with all the pot he was smoking continuously all day long.
Most of that was pot that I had already brought there.
Well, there you go. You got to share it, though.
But that, that's what you do. You gotta do what you do.
Of course.
I heard during the Super Bowl that we had here that Snoop was here. Snoop Dogg was in town and had rented a house like in the suburbs by me, and was like inviting like random people that he met at the gas station and stuff to come back to the house with him and smoke up. And so there was a couple people on Facebook that were talking about their experience, how they were just like at the gas station and Snoop walked up and was like, "Did I just see you buy blunts, man? You want to come to my house?" And he was all like, "Fuck yeah, dude, I'll come to your house." He's like, "All right, come on, let's go." So like people were just having these random experiences, like hanging out at Snoop's house and smoking like all kinds of stuff that he brought with him, with like all kinds of people, like the who's of Hollywood stoners that wanted to come to the Super Bowl were kicking it at Snoop's house.
Yeah.
Come on. And I just thought, man, that would be my dream come true to just be. I'm straight up hanging out at the gas station in that area, just like looking around, like, did I see anybody? Like, I'm trying to get captured to take to that house.
Sure.
I'm trying to get pulled into that party.
it was funny when I first started in this movement, probably in the early 90s or something, when they still had the Civic Center or the Metrodome, and Cypress Hill was playing, and and my other situation was I had handed my Keratin's mother, I was helping her get some medicine, but I was in a smoke shop downtown, and some guy just happened to walk by, and they say, "Hey, are you Daryl, that guy from St. Paul Normal?" And I said, "Yeah, I am." He says, "Hey, I'm with Cypress Hill, and be real, and we want to meet with you later on the bus." And I said, "Okay." So my big claim to fame there was I helped them get the medicine when they were in town, and we actually watched their show twice because we watched it live inside the Metrodome, and then we watched it again on the bus afterwards. But they wanted to take me out to the next show with them, but I didn't have no way to get back, so I was like, "No, I can't do it, man."
Wow, that's freaking awesome.
Yeah, I got.
Yeah, man, just stay at a high for the rest of your life.
I got a couple stories like that.
I do. I'm going to say bye-bye till tomorrow.
You're leaving me?
Yep, I got chores.
You always have chores.
I can't get away with not doing what I'm supposed to do.
Right.
We understand, Jody. We love you.
All right.
Thanks for coming out this morning.
Well, sure.
Always nice to see your face there, Jody.
Have a good night.
Coffee cheers. Have a good day. Yeah. Don't take it too personal, Daryl. She left all of us, not just you.
I don't usually take that much too personal anyway. I mean, I've stayed on when there was only just me and Adam for a little bit. So I mean, you know, and you didn't come on right away. I was, I noticed you must have been busy.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I was busy trying not to get out of bed this morning.
Well, that's
She's not an early riser.
I am not an early riser, no. I get my best sleep from like 3 a.m. to like 10. Like, that's my time to sleep.
Yeah.
It's the best.
Yeah.
I'm on a different schedule from other people in my house, so it's a little bit complicated. But yeah, my alarm goes off and I hit snooze for like an hour and a half. I don't know.
That works.
Yeah.
The Alexa hits us about like 7 o'clock in the morning, and then it goes on 4:20. You know.
Oh yeah, you gotta have that 4:20 Alexa alarm. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Well, now that I don't have a job, I don't really have a time schedule unless I've got appointments or if I'm doing something. I don't really tend to get up in the morning, which is fine. But then like at night, I'm still finding things to do at like 10, 11 at night when the rest of the house is trying to sleep. Right. So.
Well, yeah, that's kind of like Nikki and I, where like she starts to get going, you know, as the day progresses, and I start to slow down as the day progresses.
Yeah. Just everybody's got their own rhythm. It's like it was so hard for me my whole life fighting against it. Like getting up and having to be at school at 7 a.m. Oh my God. That was like the worst thing. It was like trying to pull my soul out of my body that early. I couldn't. Yes. Basically, I'm a zombie until like third period of high school. So, yeah, that was just against my thing. When I had my job, they would work at 6 a.m. sometimes, and I was just like, no. I was like, no, I'm an 8:30 kind of person. I will start work at 8:30 every single day. 8:30. Yep, I can handle that. That's about the earliest I could get up.
As long as you were consistent, they were like, oh, we'll let her do that. You know?
Yeah. I wasn't volunteering for the early shift. Although whenever time there was a late shift, I'm your girl. I'll work until midnight, 1 a.m. No problem. When I was in high school, I used to go to high school the first half of the day, and then I'd get out the second half because I was going to work. Only I was going home to like nap because I went to work at night and I closed down the gas station at 1 a.m., which I was not supposed to be doing. But me and manager just had a little agreement that we didn't care if there was a rule against it or not. And so then I would close down the gas station. I lived behind it, so I would just walk across the yard to my house. And all my roommates, since we were young, would be up partying, drinking, playing video games. I'd stay up with them until I had to go to school in the morning. So basically, I was like sleeping for a couple hours from lunchtime until like 6 p.m. when I had to go to work. And that was the only sleep I was getting. I was like, school, sleep, party, work.
Right.
But
You
that's
were
the only
young.
thing
You,
when you're 17.
yeah, when you're young, you can do it. I mean, yeah, I remember those years.
Yeah, it seems like forever ago now, but yeah, my before children when I was still young days.
Yeah.
Now my children are grown ups, and I'm in a post raising child.
Yeah, phase.
Yeah, phase. Got 3 kids in college.
One's at home right now, and they're all.
Yeah, their college starts up again next week, so they're just here until college starts again.
Yeah.
And then they'll go back to a dorm, and then I won't have anybody living here but me and my husband and our pets.
Okay. So then, what will you do? You'll be
probably still sleep till 10:30 in the morning. That's for sure.
Right, you got that. You got that on the calendar.
Not have to argue with anyone over the television.
Right.
That's funny. Like it's funny to me now because I spent so many years of my life having to watch like kids TV. Like kid programming. Like I didn't even just like only throw cartoons on for them. I put on like science shows too and stuff so that they learn. Like our kids loved Mythbusters. That was always something cool for them to watch. But like watching something that the kids want to watch or something like that you have to think of them. To now, I'm just like, I want to watch this.
You can watch that. You can watch what. Yeah.
Watch whatever I want. I don't even consider about anybody else's because I'm the only one in the room. So that's pretty cool. Are you guys cleaning up to head out, Corey? Yeah, you guys, because I heard you're gonna come home today.
Right.
Yeah, we're gonna go like 5.
Oh, so you've got time. He'll probably be out doing a couple smoke sessions and getting some soda.
Yeah, in the walk-in. In the walk-in.
Gotta go to the walk-in, yep.
Have you been there already? You've been there a couple times already, right?
Yeah, like 3 or 4, 5, 6 maybe.
Hard to tell.
They all kind of blend together and then it becomes one big long one.
Right, as long as you get enough light in there, man. That thing's got a lot of windows in there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that the kind of one that just pops up, or you gotta assemble it?
No,
it's
that
just a pop-up one.
Oh, it does pop up.
This one that I'm in right now does not. This is like a shed, but the one my walk-in cooler, yeah, my walk-in cooler is definitely a pop-up.
Yeah.
Like a tent. Yep.
I just got a pop-up tent for camping, and I let my kid last time we went out. Her and her boyfriend.
That was that lady.
Oh,
we're watching people. People watching.
There's people in the lake. Look at them.
Are they coming
and I'm
my
always
way?
watching my neighbors. Just pay attention if anybody goes through. That's all. I love it. You can see them in there. They're going from one window to the other window to the other window to watch people.
They're like, where are they going now?
It's like fish watching, only they're watching the humans. Oh man.
That's funny.
Yeah. We're entertained by you guys, Corey.
We're watching like dogs going back and forth from window to window.
I think something, I don't know, that we just had like the resort people were over on the one side of us, like doing whatever they were doing, and all of a sudden out of nowhere, they're like, shit, like flying. Like normally you're not supposed to drive fast on the ice, but they're like going good. They're cooking.
Shit, maybe there's an emergency or something.
Yeah, I was just saying, they like disappeared back there behind them.
I can see the orange cones up by the
All
bridge.
right.
I can see the bridge.
That's crazy.
Oh, I gotta go let the dog in. I'll be right back.
Why do? Let's see.
Oh, it's nice out. Time to take a tea.
Thanks for letting us know.
Well, we have a solid 8 people. That's not too bad, but
Yeah, we're all right. We're all just having a good morning.
and we're all
Afternoon.
chilling like villains.
Bob Dylan on penicillin. Corey's the guy with that rap.
It's ash time.
Feeling like a villain like Bob Dylan on penicillin with the happy feeling.
There you go. You catch my special guest there, my dog.
Whip whap with the Cadillac. Ha ha. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. I know that all over the world, people are changing.
Woohoo!
Changing by God for the better, yeah.
Hopefully.
Let's hope, yeah.
Let's hope for the better. Hey, it's cold outside, guys. I don't know if you know that, but here's today's weather.
It's cold out.
It's cold. We are kicking on the heater.
There you go.
That's not weed smoke. That's just cold smoke.
Oh, that's just
not good smoke.
I just taught my niece how to breathe on the patio door and draw in it.
Yo, did you guys know that if you put bubbles on if you blow bubbles outside in the wintertime, and like you use a spray bottle with a soapy solution and spray it on whatever snow you're gonna put the bubbles on, the bubbles will crystallize and turn into a little glass globe. A little ice
frozen.
Globe. Dude, cool.
Yeah, when it's
I was
cold
all
out,
like,
freeze
I
bubbles.
seen this person on a photography page. I seen this person take a picture and they had like what looked like a whole bunch of glass globes. So I'm all on Amazon, like, how do I find these glass globes? I want one. And I figured out they were just bubbles. I was like, damn, this person's got like $1,000 into these glass globes just for this picture. Like, damn. Nah.
You know what else you can do? If you get water balloons and you fill them with water and you put food coloring in it, so they're different colors.
We've done that, yep. We've
Then you
done
freeze
that. I did
them
that
and
with
they
my
make
son,
these
yep.
cool like globes.
Ice globes, yep.
That's fucking awesome. I didn't know that until like a couple of years ago. I was like, oh, yeah, you could do that.
You gotta get good quality balloons because like the dollar store balloons we found out like stuck in the ice and just like disintegrated with it.
Oh, that's a good tip.
So you get them good thick balloons, you can make them however big you want, and then just make sure you got a good round base in the snow. So if you got a bowling ball, take the bowling ball and drop it in the snow, and take your balloon and put it in there. We had a lot of water drop looking ones.
Nice. That would be cool.
Yep.
Well, I suppose because like it's tied, it kind of went narrow.
Yep, but to get rid of that, you take and put the balloon upside down and put the tie on the very bottom.
I suppose you could take some hot water after they're done. You could take some hot water and just smooth the
them out.
outside.
Yep, you could.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna be doing that. I think to get some balloons.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. If you do it, let me see it. I want to see what you come up with.
That's what I get into random craft projects. That's how I spend my time.
Me too. I got a lot of random crap that I do. But now that it's ice fishing time, guys, I'm busy. I'm real busy.
Yeah. It's different for me because like I was busy making a bunch of holiday items, like holiday crafts. Yep. And now that's over. So now I'm like just threw all the stuff that I didn't finish in a box until like next November.
The type of person
now
that
I'm
like runs away from holidays.
Now what?
Like, Christmas decorations
Yeah, I like to make like little ornaments for people. My grandma used to make them, like where you use yarn and the plastic grid and you make them.
You want to hit this pipe?
You better say yeah.
Yeah, what's the strain in there? What's the strain of the day there, Corey?
Today's strain of the day is going to be Chocolope. Chocolope. I don't remember the exact lineage, but I believe it was a 70-30, and I can't tell you what anything else was with it.
That's some good info.
It was homegrown, and it's mine.
And how's it hit?
It gets me stoned. I've been high all weekend.
Well, hey, that's the best outcome. Yeah, that's one thing that I think legalization can really help people with is being able to choose what they need, you know?
Right.
Because, like, you don't want to have something that's going to make you sleepy if you need to get, like, motivated in the morning. So you're going to have different kinds, not just whatever the dude has.
Well, no, I prefer just the sleepy bud, and then you can adjust it.
Did you see that hit?
Throughout the quarter. What? Throughout the day, you know.
To use the toilet.
We couldn't even see you, Corey. It was just like a fog.
Try it again.
I do that quite often.
Try it again.
Try it again.
I got you, girl.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
There you go.
Bye-bye.
Daryl's not going to be happy until Corey's laying on the floor of the fish house.
Oh, that's good. I want that. I did that yesterday, though.
You just lay there and stare down into the hole. Fishy, fishy.
Come here.
My friend's got a picture of him with his head down in the fucking ice hole, like using his own personal fish finder. I was like, damn, dude, like that's the most extreme brain freeze I've ever heard of in my life.
Did he have on goggles or was he just
No, he just stuck his bald ass head in everything, like bald as hell, like stuck his cold head down in between the ice. He said his ears were freezing because they're touching the ice the whole time. I was like, man, how stupid. That's funny. It's his profile picture. It's his profile picture on Facebook.
I watched this thing, me and my husband posted somewhere. It's like this dude from, I don't even know, Russia, I think. But he goes out and he jumps in frozen lakes, like, and goes swimming around. He's always drinking vodka. He'll show you his vodka and he like drinks it. And then he goes and jumps in a lake and swims around in his underwear. And it's like so cold that when he gets out, he's steaming. And he like gets out and he like slams his vodka again and like gives you a funny face and then runs and jumps in the snow. I mean, it's hilarious. This dude is crazy.
Yeah, I like the snow and stuff, but not that much.
Yeah, me either. I don't like being cold. Hey, Camille.
Here you go, Daryl. I'm gonna take off and go.
Hi.
Chameleon.
Alright.
What's up, y'alls?
Hey, Chameleon.
What
Hey, what up?
Good morning.
Back in the snowda. Back in the snow.
You're back. You're back already.
Welcome home.
Yeah, man.
You do look a little sun.
Do I?
Your face looks just a little bit not Minnesota pale.
Oh, yeah, I was totally walking around outside all weekend, and I think I put on like 17 miles.
Yeah, Vegas Strip is a good walk.
Yeah, don't complain about your feet hurting because you just got to keep going.
Yeah.
Wear decent shoes,
Don't
man. Different
stop.
hair.
You gotta be like Nemo. Just gotta get to the filter.
My
Gotta get to the filter.
Remember my brand new shoes? Look at how dirty they got.
Oh, yeah.
Not brand new no more.
Oh, wait. So dirty. My lights, like, they all got dirty, too. I don't know if you can tell.
They're Vegas-fied.
Yeah.
Phone call.
Vegas-ified.
Yeah, I miss that place.
Right.
Yeah, I had a plan to go last year for my kid's birthday, and I, of course, stupid coronavirus canceled everything in 2020. Then I'm thinking about rebooking it for this year, but I can't decide yet if it's too soon. I don't know. But when I hear people are going and they're having fun, that makes me think maybe I should just rebook it and go.
Right.
Yep, you should probably just go.
My kid wants to go. She's never been there. She's never been on an airplane. So I told her I would take her. Last year was her 24th.
Sorry about that.
Well, I guess we'll figure out.
I just like come in and like run away.
Don't be sorry. We like the coffin noise.
Yeah, sorry. That was me.
Yeah.
It's like real sound. It's like real sound effects. It's like, we don't need the ching ching and all that silly stuff. We got coffers, man.
We got authentic coffee.
Right.
What's the
And then we
market
got
update
all
from Las Vegas, Camille?
Yeah,
I
we
had
need
a
the
blast.
Vegas report.
I want to say that it was disappointing.
The weather?
There's limits and, you know, the regulations that they've made in the last couple of years. I don't know when they made it, but apparently you can only purchase 2.5 ounces, which is 1 ounce per day in a 14-day period. So you can only buy like up to 1 ounce at a store, and then you can't go anywhere else that day.
How do they know that you don't go into another store that day?
The girl at the store told me that it's a statewide program and that it's tracked via your license.
Yeah, because
that's not. I don't believe that to necessarily be true though.
I didn't want to chance it. I don't want my name on anything. I'm not, you know.
You wanted to be able to come home on time.
Because I know people that have been into stores in one day before and bought. I mean, maybe they didn't buy up to the limit, but I mean, if you buy up to the limit, how would they know that? It would have to be a different type of tracking. I mean, it wouldn't be based on your ID because you could flip your ID.
My husband sent me a link to the government of Nevada's website where it actually says.
I seen the program.
Yeah, it's linked through the state.
Right.
You know.
I seen it. I was part of the program. I was there for nine days. I bought weed probably three or 4 of the 9 days I was there, and I know one of those days was multiple shops, and at least you know, I'm sure we were at the limit. Maybe.
How long ago was that?
Just over last Christmas.
Like 2020 or like 2019?
2020.
I don't know when they started this new law or whatever.
Oh, yep, 19.
They were pretty adamant about not letting us have more than our limit. Like if I would have gone into another store, they probably would have denied me.
I know that the governor or the mayor of Las Vegas was talking about it because my friends live there and was saying they're concerned about their place being a center of weed tourism. So maybe it's just kind of a city regulation that they put in place.
Well, they've seen what happens with Cali and Colorado, so it's kind of a no-brainer.
When I
city though, they should just do it by now.
I wish it wasn't like that. I wish they didn't tell us, you know, that we can't buy weed because you can't buy liquor anytime, right? No.
Right.
Stupid.
You know why? You know why that is though. You guys know why that is though. It's because the casinos have a hold on everything that goes on there.
They don't even have scratch offs there.
And they regulate all that based on what the casinos decide that they'll put into the coffers that year or the budget that year.
Yeah, if it's not going to help the casinos, it doesn't get done down there because you're right, the casinos pretty much own the town. But
that's why you see these flashy little projects going out in the suburbs and going out in the middle of nowhere because they want to get away from that regulation and they want
on the strip they're not supposed to sell the Delta 9 THC, but they can sell 8.
They can sell the 8.
Yeah, the Delta 8 stuff that, you know, it comes from the hemp plant or whatever.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy that they can pick and choose what they can and can't sell out there. It's so crazy.
That sucks.
Well, and the fact that they can't deliver it to like timeshares or hotels or anything because it's a violation, which is a bunch of BS because it's like that's why people are going there. That's why tourism is booming there because of the marijuana shops.
And there's been places that have accepted it as like, you know, like Denver kind of in a way has been like, yeah, pot tourism's cool with us because, you know, they can make a lot of money off of it.
Just imagine what Minnesota could do for their own state.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and like
you know, while you were gone, a bill's been introduced. You know that, right, Camille?
Oh, yeah. I watched it all online. Yep. I was watching, listening in. Yep.
And we...
cool. It's all good. I'm all for it.
And everybody should text CARE 11 and participate in that legalization poll. let them know that we're for it. See that CARE 11 comes out on our side.
That's a good point too, Ed.
CARE
because
11
you do
has
have
a poll?
right now.
Yeah, you can
Okay.
text
I
messages.
saw someone else had a poll. I don't remember if it was Daryl or who had it. Someone else had a poll up on one of their, like a news radio station's website.
Okay.
Had a poll.
Well, anybody can text to 763-797-7215 and let them know how you feel about Minnesota's introduced bill HF 600, the legalization of cannabis for adult use. That's a very comprehensive bill. It's 224 pages long, people. So they cover aspects. I'm not in favor of all of it, but you can't throw out the baby with the bathwater. We got to.
Yeah, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah, and our medical program was a start, and it's so slow and so bogged down. We need to go for just full recreational legalization.
Can you hit me with that number again?
Yeah, 763-797-7215. That's for the CARE 11 legalization poll on HF 600, introduced by Ryan Winkler in the Minnesota House legislation yesterday.
Excellent. Thanks, man. That's really cool. And everybody should go tell them something so that we can let them know that we're out here.
That's right.
Yeah, and if you guys aren't connected with like the marijuana policy project or any, they'll usually have a letter writing campaign to the states that are real active in real legislation. So there's probably a letter out there already that we could that you could just sign on to, and it would get delivered to our reps via that way. And
Phone calls, arrange Zoom meetings with your legislatures in Minnesota. Yeah. That's what we need to do. We need to go ahead and like power pressure them into looking at HF 600. Get on board. Let's do it. Well, folks, we should probably go ahead and get off the live here.
Yeah, I'm going to jump off here too. We got to prepare for a Zoom call with one of our reps here in a couple hours. So thank you guys for everything, and
we'll see you in the morning.
Yeah, hope to see you
later, Facebook.
You bet. Bye, guys and gals.
Bye. Peace out. Have a good day.
And everyone.
One God we must be counted to be united as one. In this land we are discounted. Got to end our division amongst men now. So many have been replaced with the power money brings pain. There's no reason to be anxious. Got to stand up and rise again now. All over the world, people are changing. My God, for the better. All over the world, people are changing for the better. To my people